Has any of you also, can you give us like specific instance of when you've judged your character and then kind of gotten to understand them better across the seasons, any of you?
Yeah. I think it's a thing that happens. Like it's bound to happen. You know, when you're with a character for so long, and even if you're not, even if it's a film you're doing or whatever, you do. You know, that there are times. So you sort of see her as a separate person, and then you sort of become, you know, you empathize with her eventually. But yeah, like particularly for Anjana, the third season, where she's still not letting go of Varun, her ex-husband, is something that I was like, I mean, a part of me was like bored in terms of ki, "Arey yaar, ho gaya, matlab, come on," right?
Yeah.
But you also understand that it happens. You know, people, it's very, very difficult to let go, right? And if you have been with someone, you've been married to someone, it's very difficult to let go, right? So that's when so you might feel a certain way as Kirti when looking at Anjana, but I wouldn't be like, I'm sure I would have done that too in my own personal life, where you know that you need to let go, but something sort of brings you in, and then you know you're stuck, but then you can't let go. So it's like a journey that you have to sort of go through. So I think that happened with me with Varun, that track.
Also, unlike life, like where we make mistakes over the entire span of our life, this is a show which is compressing everything, right? So we're making far too many mistakes, so there is more room for judgment, you know. I have judged my character season 1, I remember, with the whole webcam thing, the sexy cam. And I was like, who does that? And I'm asking, you know, I was asking Rongita, Anu and all, I'm like, nobody does that, yeah? This all happens in films and all. And then they told me how it's actually pretty rampant and very common. And I was like, oh, okay, you know, so there was that. Of course, the response to season 1 also changed my outlook on the entire character. Then season 3, again, because after Siddhi loses her dad in the end, spoiler, in the end of season 2.
It's been a while.
Just for anyone who hasn't watched it,
The 5 people who haven't.
So then I kept thinking, I'm like, why isn't she seeking help? Like, why isn't she going and like seeing a therapist or like a grief counselor or someone, you know? And and she's just like falling apart, and her friends are having to kind of, you know, help her out and deal with her. So yeah, there are times you judge the character, but you also correct yourself as an actor, and you tell yourself to not judge, to empathize, and to kind of understand the lens that we're seeing this through.
Yeah, it's like, it's after questioning what you see and read is also a journey that you take as a person to be like, okay, like,
this is why,
you know, the way you sort of see the world, your viewpoint or your perspective just sort of broadens, you know. And I think that's the most beautiful thing about
being an
acting.
actor,
Being an actor, that you grow every time you play a character, every time you see you be in someone else's shoes. You just, something in you just expands, and I think that's amazing.
Bani, for you?
I think I was just thinking about this entire time. lost in the I was like, Shiny next? No, I think for me, the first thing I got to understand was like, okay, so Umang is obviously and all that, and she loves to train, which I also understand. But why must she drink and then try to hit the gym and be fit as well? I mean, these are two such opposing poles of this absolute, you know, I was like, itni polarity, bhai, you know, like I'm Punjabi, so when I go back home, I meet a lot of people in the gym who like partied all weekend, and they come back and they're like, yo man, ye wo pure gains, and I'm just like, guys, matlab, please, and everybody knows nutrition is so important. So for me, that was the biggest thing to like get over. Once I got over that, I was like, I can accept everything now, I guess. So yeah.
And you're not gonna have those abs if you're drinking beer every day. Like,
that's the magical reality of filmmaking.
Creative license.
Yes.